Hare Krishna, thank you very much for joining our online reading session of the book Śrī Bhaktyāloka by Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Ṭhākūr. Om Adhyānatmirāndasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Śrī Gurave Namaha Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Bhavanitra Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravantu Charini Vishesha Paschatya Deshidavan Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare Gam Karati Vachalam Vindayate Garim Prapat Bhamadhi Shri Paramananda Madhavan Shri Chaitanya Shri Gurave Gaurachandra Radhikaya Hare Krishna Krishna Bhaktaya Bhaktaya Namaha Dijayas Lakshmi Yasya Sabakshas Yasya Aste Hriday Samritam Samam Vijayate यस्य देवी पराभक्ति यथा देवी तथा गुणवस्य अधिगताय प्रकाशते योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मां च मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयते किल शक्तिधरस्सदां ज्ञां च अस्ति चर्मश्रवणत्वगात् प्राणानमो भगवते पुरुषाय निज गुरु हरिभान्य कृष्ण चित्तो वचते प्रभु वचन सुखाप्तो मज्जेन संसृष्टि चैतन्यकासो नमो भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद प्रदामने पुरुषाय कृपानुग्रहाय. So we are reading from the book Śrī Bhaktyāloka. We are in the qualities which enhance our bhakti. We are in Tat Karma Pravartanat. So we continue reading from this section. To reside in a holy place related with Krishna is also a limb of sadhana. If one resides in Sri Dwarka, Sri Mathura, on the bank of the Ganges, or at pastime sites of the Lord, then one naturally remembers Krishna. What greater gain can there be than this? At every stage of life, one should accept only much wealth as needed for the practice of devotions, service. By desiring more than needed, bhakti will disappear. If wealth is not accepted according to one's need, however, then the practice of devotion service will be hampered. One should carefully respect Śrī Harivasara Ekadashi. Oh, I didn't know this name. Harivasara. One should carefully respect Śrī Harivasara Ekadashi. By following Ekadashi, all the supporting principles of devotional service are practiced. The practice of devotional service becomes continuous by giving up all enjoyment and practicing devotional service once every fortnight. There are so many people actually in India still, even youngsters also, they follow Ekadashi very strictly. I met one lady yesterday on books. Actually, she's from India. She came to visit in her, we can visit her son's place here in Atlanta, and she was following very strictly Ekadashi. Mm. And she was chanting, reading, and then she's a Karmi lady, but she has very noble thoughts about Ekadashi, and she wants to follow it, even if it is in the United States. Good. There are so many people nowadays, even till now, even new generation also. There are so many people who follow Ekadashi. For one who worships, meditates on earth, banyan trees, tulasi, cows, brahmanas, and Vaishnavas, all his sinful reactions are diminished. By these activities, one can please Krishna because these objects are auspicious for the world. Okay. For one who worships, meditates on earth, banyan trees, tulsi, cows, brahmanas, and Vaishnavas, all his sinful reactions are diminished. By these activities, one can please Krishna because these objects are auspicious for the world. Sometimes in Krishna consciousness, outside people think there's some pantheistic or polytheistic worship because we worship Tulasi, we worship sometimes cows, we have Vyasa Puja of Vaishnavas, exalted devotees. So they think as some anthropomorphism or something like that. Zoomorphism. Zoomorphism means animals, worshipping animals. Mm. And anthropomorphism means worshipping a human being as God. So they think like that. But actually speaking, those who serve Krishna and those who are dear to Krishna, if we serve them, we become dearer to Krishna. So that is the idea. We know for sure that our only worshipable Lord is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. That's all. We are monotheists. But uh, one who is dear to the Lord and one who serves directly the Lord, and by serving uh, them, we become dear to the Lord. Mm. Then we should not hesitate to serve, just like serving Tulasi. Every day we should put water. Every day we should circumambulate, do pradakshina for Tulasi. Cows, every day we should have some relationship with cows. Actually, nowadays, the more relationship with dogs than with cows. Brahmanas, every day we should hear from Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. We should serve the Vaishnavas by going down to them every day, by hearing from them, by serving them directly. So these are the ways. It's not that just by serving Krishna our sins will be eradicated. Actually, our goal to serve Krishna and all these items which are dear to Krishna is not to eradicate our sins, but to become more dear to Krishna, more closer to Krishna. But in Sanatana Dharma, in Vedic culture, it is so easy that even by serving Tulsi, cows, Brahmanas, and Vaishnavas, the sinful reactions are diminished. What to speak of serving Krishna? If we serve all these things, Tulsi, cows, even if a Muslim doesn't know by watering the Tulsi plant, he gets his sins are eradicated. He doesn't know that, but unknowingly his sins are eradicated. So it's a great benediction that whoever is dear to Krishna, if we serve them, then Krishna becomes pleased. So by his pleasing itself, all the sins are eradicated. We need not do anything. Just by touching the cow, so many. Actually, there is a in US. There are some farms, even in ISKCON farms are also there. Some devotee farms are also there, where there is a therapy called cow cuddling therapy. Did you hear this? Anybody has heard cow cuddling therapy? I heard many
Yes,
times.
Govind.
They charge 25, 35, $40 in US at least 100 also, depending on the demand. Uh, Cow cuddling uh, therapy. Cow cuddling means just go to the cow and just cuddle and sit. Uh, because the researchers have research has shown that by cuddling the cow, one's anxiety of mind is reduced. That is, even if it is not, still it is good. Actually, it is so. Uh, so the thing is, for one who worships, so actually, just by serving um, earth, banyan tree, tulsi, cows, brahmanas, Vaishnavas, sinful reactions are diminished. What to speak of serving Krishna, and what to speak of serving Rama, and what to speak of serving all the avatars of the Lord. We have festivals for each and every avatara. Every avatara's Avirbhav Divas. Varaha Dwadashi, Vamana Dwadashi, Rama Navami, Shri Krishna Janmashtami, Balram Purnima, Radhashtami, Gaura Purnima. We don't know about Matsya Purnima or Matsya Avatar Appearance Day. We don't know. But that is also there actually. We don't know when is it. It's not there. I didn't never heard about this. Then Nashina Chaturdasi. Of course, we don't celebrate Buddha Purnima, but that is also one of the avatars of the Lord. I mean, the serving. So sinful reactions to eradicate is not so important. It's you will go on. Even by serving cows, your sins are eradicated. What is because you need not go all the way to the Krishna. Your sins are eradicated, but that is not important for our life. Our important for life is by serving cows alone without serving Krishna is dangerous actually. We may end up in Goloka, which is there in the heavenly planets. There is also a Goloka in the heavenly planets near the Swarga. So we'll end up there, going there. We will not go to the real Goloka Vrindavan. We'll go to the Goloka which is there in the heavenly planets. That Brihad Bhagavatamrita states. So we should be careful, not just thinking that cow is Kamadhenu, cow. Not cow conscious. We are Krishna conscious, and cows are dear to Krishna. Namo Brahmanya Devai Go Brahmana Hitaya Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo. Yes. Mm. And one more thing here regarding Ekadashi. One should carefully respect Shri Hariva Asara Ekadashi by observing. The practice of devotion becomes continuous by giving up all enjoyment and practicing devotional service once every fortnight. Actually, Prabhupada said that if all over the world people practice Ekadashi, so much grains can be saved. I don't know whether you heard this or not, but it is true that if almost all over the world, if everybody follows Ekadashi, then so many grains can be saved, and so many people. Actually, there is no poverty. It is mismanagement of the food and mismanagement of money is actually the poverty. Hmm. By eating more, nobody dies. By overeating, by eating less, nobody dies. But overeating, yes, you'll be contacted by so many diseases. Actually, night better not to take anything. Better sleep, empty stomach, or just drink some hot water and sleep. It is good for our this one. And traditional Chinese medicine also says this. In China, they never take food at night, even in Vedic culture also. So that's the thing. Here it is the before. Actually, I wanted to speak, but nobody was there. To reside in a holy place related with Krishna is also limb of sadhana. If one resides in Dwaraka, Sri Mathura on the bank of Ganges or at the pastime sites of the Lord, then one naturally remembers Krishna. What greater gain can there be than this? Actually, the whole Vedic culture is centered around two things. One is the temple or the dham, and the second one is the holy rivers. Most of the cities are in the holy rivers. You take any river for that matter. Every river in India has a big city, big pilgrimage site. Every place, and people used to live around those sacred rivers. The big cities were formed around the sacred rivers. Nowadays, and temples as well. If you see Sri Lanka, it's a whole big city. If you see Kanchipuram, you go to Vishnu Kanchi and Shiva Kanchi, and there is Sarangapani temple and Kumbakonam. If you go to Kumbakonam, there are two temples. There's Sarangapani and Chakrapani. Big. It's like big chariot temples. There are more than 5,000 temples in one city, that is Kumbakonam, and even in Kanchipuram also. There's, it's a temple city. Everywhere there are temples. They are constructed like anything. The Chola kings, the Pandya kings, like anything. Even in Madurai also. Madurai Meenakshi temple, Kallalagar temple. There's so many temples. So beautiful Narasimha temple is also there. So the point is that previously people used to live in and around the temples or in and around the um, sacred rivers. So that because water is the essential element of their lives for everything, from drinking, from doing yajnas. Without water, it is not possible. What these fools and idiots know who are coming from deserts. In desert religions, there is no water available. They don't take bath. They don't have the concept of taking. They don't have the concept of washing their back with water. They don't know how water plays a vital role. Without water, it is difficult to even because every day you have to wake up and then drink water. Immediately drink water. Wake up and immediately drink water, and then immediately wash your mouth with water. And then there is no time when there is no it's not that water can be given up. No, it's not possible. Without water, it is not at all possible. Huh? In one sense, in India, water is wasted because people don't know the importance of water. But actually, water is so much essential. They do achaman with water. They chant Gayatri on water, and then they chant Gange Chamane, the seven rivers. They invoke the seven rivers and then make the water into Ganges. They read the water, they sip the water, they do achaman, and then they do abhishek for the Shaligram Shila, for the deities. They want water for washing the temple, washing the kitchen, washing the this one. They need water for cooking. They need water for bathing. Water is like without water it is not possible. But in Abrahamic religions, water is not important for them. Yeah. That's why you see they don't wash their back. They use tissue papers. They should use paper towels. These are the things because they don't have the concept of water. They don't know what is, in the Moses. If you read the whole thing, there is water is not so essential. If you read the Bible, it's like what is that? There is no water. It's a desert. People used to wear hides. They were breeding sheep, eating fish. What is this? No culture whatsoever. Uh, so people were residing near what nowadays people are residing near what is that? Big factories, big factories, big malls. They are having their houses nearby. It's hellish. Uh, Here it is different, at least, but in India it is still more hellish. Uh, They have now what is that? Previously they used to have quarters. That is, they used to say quarters. Quarters means, I mean, in Indian English, that is called the neighborhoods near the factories. That is called quarters. Americans will think that quarter. What is quarter? Quarter means some is boozing or what? No, I don't know. I don't know. Nowadays, Indians know this word. Anybody knows about quarters? They know quarters.
Mm.
Quarters means, I mean, the PWC department has the quarters, the DRDO department has quarters, the
Yeah,
excise
yeah.
department, police department has quarters. So like that, they have quarters. Quarters means the neighborhood pertaining to the particular department or particular company or anything. They have their near the factory. They have the house, houses so that they can come and go very easily. That is the situation now. People used to reside near IIT in Chennai. Everybody used to do like that. Everywhere. They used to have houses near the big SEZ, special economic zones, where the big factories are there. And they have in and around there are various apartments being built. But the Vedic culture means it's centered around water. That is the sacred body of Gange, Yamune, Cheva, Godavari, Nagade, Sindhu, Kaveri, Jalasmin, Sannidham, Kuru. If you see, that's why our civilization is called Sindhu, Sapta Sindhu. They are called Sapta Sindhus. Sapta Sindhus means the people who reside other side of the Sindhu river. We were called Sindhus. Sindhu means Hindus actually converted into, but actually Sindhu is the river which is dividing from the other world to the here. It's in Pakistan now. It's called as Indus, which has seven tributaries: Rabi, Chenab, Jhelum. I don't know other. Rabi, Chenab, Jhelum. I forgot other Bias, for I don't know another three, seven rivers are there which flows from Satluj along the side of Sindh. That's Sindh part of Pakistan. The Sindh also comes from the river Sindhu. There is a community called Sindh community. They are very, very wealthy businessmen. Some are converted to Islam, but some are, they came to India. So this is a big thing. Uh, um, so that's the thing. They remember always Krishna. They remember. Uh, if you see the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita is revolved around Ganges River, Ganga. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to go to read Ganga River every day, recite Ganges prayer. There are so many devotees in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's associates who used to go to Ganga River daily, take bath, and then do puja, recitation of prayers. It's even the conversation between the Kashmiri Pandit and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on the on the stotram of Ganges stotram. I mean, Ganges was part of life. So it's like that. But nowadays it's not like that. Ah, mm, yes. Okay. We'll go ahead. Okay, Prabhu, Atindra Prabhu, you can read. Karuna Purna Devi Dasi. Mataji, you're from which part of India?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. I'm from Pune. I'm Kanchan.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Okay, you got initiated. Thank you. I thought.
At Bhopal.
Okay, okay, okay. Good. Thank you, Mataji.
Prabhuji,
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhu. I think the Prabhu can continue to read.
Prabhuji, from these 10 limbs?
Yes.
Okay. These 10 limbs of devotional service are the preliminary activities for worshipping the Lord. For those who neglect these 10 limbs, attaining devotional service and Krishna is very difficult.
Okay. So these 10 limbs are very, very important, as we have read. Okay. Now, one point which I thought is that Prabhupada, is Bhaktivinoda Thakur writes, is for one who worships, meditates on earth, banyan tree, tulsi, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, all these simple rites. By these activities, one can please Krishna because the objects are auspicious for the world. You see, in this now the present situation is very, very precarious for earth, cows, Brahmanas, and even Vaishnavas also. Who are auspicious, they are being attacked like anything. The Brahmanas are attacked everywhere. The Brahminical culture is attacked like anything. Although the Brahmanas are not following, but still one should not hate the culture, wow, hate the Brahmanas. We also tell, sometimes Prabhupada also says, but he doesn't hate the Brahminical culture because that culture needs to be established. Because they're not following, we speak against them. That is another thing. But we don't hate Brahmanas. We don't hate Brahminical culture. But there is a community like atheists, anti-Hindus, anti-Vedic culture people, leftists, the communists, the Maoists, the jihadis, and Christians. They're against Brahmanas because they know if you destroy Brahmanas, the intellectual people, if you destroy the Vaishnavas, then if you destroy the cows, because every day a Brahmana and Vaishnavas need cows. Actually, every day we need cows, tulsi. Every day we have to worship the deities, to offer. We need tulsi, earth. Every day we need earth. To actually nowadays we are not using earth for washing the puja pots and kitchen utensils. Actually, previously every day they used to use earth for everything. My mother, at least I know, I remember they used to bring the mud. Of course, in United States, the earth, the mud, they have different words, but uh, the earth which is available, it is pure actually. Dogs don't go everywhere. Here, okay, don't please. Actually, we should not touch the earth here. Actually, it is contaminated so much. Unless and until it is you are living in the temple. Otherwise, the dogs go around. So the earth is taken and then it is used for washing the brass puja pots, everything. So earth is every day it is required. They go banyan trees, they worship the banyan trees, not as a pantheism or polytheism, because in the banyan tree the Trimurtis are residing. That is what Shastra says. That is what they think. That is what this is. It's very auspicious to worship the banyan trees. So they used to they circumambulate the banyan tree. They all the over a period of time because people have not understood and it became pantheism and polytheism and it became like worshipping each and every object in the whole world. But actually, it is very auspicious. Tulasi, it is very dear to Krishna. So that's why sometimes Westerners come to our temple and then ask, "What is this plant?" We say, "Holy basil." Uh, so we worship Tulasi. Gange, what is that? Yamitani Chapa Pani, Brahma Hatyadikani. Even if one is a Brahma Hatya Papaka, one has done killed cows or Brahmanas in any lifetime or in this lifetime, everything is solved by just by circumambulating Tulsi. So these are under attack. Cows are under attack. Brahmanas are under attack. It is very easy to because Brahmanas don't retaliate or attack back. So they are, it is very, very heinous situation. Even the those who are people who are born in the Brahmana family, they are more peace than in any other ethnicity. Those who are born in Brahmana family, so-called Brahmana family, more atheists. They are converted more, actually, if you see. And they are flexing that they are converted into Christians as jihadis in India. And there's so much, and it is not pleasing to Krishna. So by these activities, one can please Krishna because the objects are auspicious for the world. If these are under attack, then it is most inauspicious things going on all over the world. For those, yes, Prabhuji, continue.
Yes, Prabhuji. Therefore, those who are aspiring for devotional service should first take shelter of Sri Guru, take initiation and instruction from him, and serve him. They should also follow the behavior of the sadhus and learn the conclusions taught by the sadhus. In order to make one's life Krishna conscious, one should reside in a sacred place related to Krishna and give the enjoyment of sense gratification for the service of Krishna. In one's ordinary dealings, one should only accept the wealth that is necessary to favorably maintain Krishna's business. To practice devotional service, one should observe fast days like Ekadasi and Janmashtami. One should respect banyan trees in order to maintain the glories of this world, which is one of the Lord's opulences. Okay. These 10 rules
What
must
is
be
the
followed.
what is the shloka in Bhagavad Gita which tells about banyan tree?
I think from chapter 10.
No.
11. No?
You can tell one by one number.
No, actually, when Krishna says, out of the trees, I am banyan tree.
That's okay, but there is a beautiful verse. Urdhamulam adashakam aswabdham prabhuravyayam. Chandamsi asya parnani yastam veda savedavita. 15th chapter, the Purushottama Yoga.
Yes.
The first shloka is explaining about this material world is like the inverted or the banyan tree which is upside down and the roots are up and the branches are down.
Yeah.
One should respect banyan tree. Of course, this is not directly, but I just thought of it. Urdhvamulam other aswatha vriksham. Aswathamulam. This is actually this the entanglement of material world is like the banyan tree. Why banyan tree is anybody knows banyan? Actually, in the United States there are no banyan trees. Ram Prabhu, there are banyan trees in the United States. I don't think so. Hare Krishna, is Ram there? Ram Prabhu is there.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think they might be in Florida, but I'm not sure. There's similar trees that what banyan tree looks like that I see in Florida.
Okay, banyan tree is like There is a banyan tree in Secunderabad and Hyderabad in somewhere. It is spread over 7 acres of land. One tree is spread over 7 acres of land. 7 or 3? 3 acres of land. 3 acres. One tree. It's a whole big tree. This is there since actually banyan tree you cannot find the. That is why it is said why the material entanglement, because banyan tree you cannot know where it is beginning and where it is ending, because the roots from that tree goes again and forms one more tree. So it is people in India. If you go to one temple, there is one temple. Of course, everywhere. In every temple there are big banyan trees. In when we were childhood, we used to go to temples and we used to play swing with the banyan tree. They used to have these long rope kind of branches which are very loose, and we used to swing a lot. I don't know whether devotees know this or not. It is there. Atindriya Prabhu, I think in the villages and all, they have banyan tree.
Yes.
And we swing a lot. Actually, we used to have swings and on banyan trees, and we used to go up, come down. It was like a whole fun. It was, and the ladies used to come and then they used to worship banyan tree, and we used to make fun of them. It was like a whole thing in the childhood. They were just running around in our small knickers, small shorts, and we used to. It's like a whole thing. So it's all auspicious. And it is said in Mahabharat. There is a verse actually discovered by famous banyan trees in the U.S. Fort Myers, Florida, located at Edison and Ford. Okay, this is the largest banyan tree in the continent, given Edison, and it covers over an acre. You see, the highest is 3-4 acres. Good, an acre. Actually, in Florida only you find, I think, banyan trees, but not in India, because that's quite like a tropical place. It's like more like an Indian climate. That's why I think banyan trees you find there, but in India you find
Hawaii too.
sorry, Hawaii, Hawaii, Hawaii as well. Yes, and in South India there are so many banyan trees. In Bengal also, but in South India you have so many banyan trees. Even in Cambodia, actually, if you go to Angkor Wat, lot of temples, because they are neglected, the banyan trees have grown inside the temples like anything. I visited that Angkor Wat temple. Oh, Baba Ray, Angkor Wat and Angkor Thom. Angkor Wat is actually very small. Angkor Thom is 5 times, 6 times bigger than Angkor Wat. Angkor Thom. That is, it's a half an hour journey from Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat itself is big. What is big of Angkor Thom? So the point is that in Angkor Wat, there is a Vishnu deity outside and the Buddha deity inside. And then when communists came, they also destroyed Buddha deity as well. They destroyed the whole temple. The Buddhists came and removed the Vishnu deity from inside and brought it outside and kept it outside. It's in the entrance. You can see the long, big, huge deity of Vishnu. Still, it is there standing. So, and there are banyan trees everywhere. Actually, South Asian countries, there you can find banyan trees like anything. Laos, Cambodia, Thailand, the Philippines, Taiwan, everywhere, and South India also. So it's very. So seeing banyan tree, we should see that material entanglement. Aswabdharudam, aswabdhamulam. What is that? Aswabdhamulam. That means it is very. What is that? What is that shloka?
Aswatthaменam subirudhamulam asanga sastrena
Ah,
dhriti. So,
and Dhridena Chitva Asanga. How you can get out of this entanglement of this banyan tree kind of trees, which you don't know where is the beginning and end. Asanga Shastrena, the Shastra of Shastra, you just cut it. Dhridena Chitva, just cut it. So like that. Okay, Prabhu, please read.
yes, Brother. These 10 rules must be followed, and the following 10 rules must be rejected. Otherwise, the practice of devotional service cannot be steady. One should not associate with persons who are averse to the Lord's service. One will have to meet such people in his ordinary dealings, but one should deal with them only until the work is finished. After the work is finished, one should not deal with them. Those who have not had loving devotion to Krishna awakened in their heart are always proud of remaining under the shelter of Jnana and Karma. Therefore, they are called Bhagavat Bahirmukha, averse to Krishna. Those who worship many gods, those who are Mayavadis and thirsty for impersonal Gyan, and those atheists who defy Vedic literatures are all Bhagavat Bahirmukha, averse to Krishna.
Okay, one thing I want to ask here, Ram, also I want to ask. Did because you're distributing books in the United States, and when you're approaching people, did anybody ask you, is it Hinduism? When you're giving these books, and you're giving Bhagavad Gita, and you say that it's about yoga, meditation, inner peace, and you say this book can give this, they say is it Hinduism? Anytime you got this question, I wanted to ask
Yeah.
Ram.
Yeah.
Huh?
They always
Okay.
ask that.
Then what do you say?
I told them no.
What do you explain? Okay, no, fine, but what do you explain?
It just depends. I mean, some people say it and they ask it because they're in favor of Hinduism. So it depends on
Yes.
where they're at. So I just see where they're at, and then I explain based on that. So
Okay. Mhm. I just wanted to know because what you say to people, what do you generally say? If generally somebody asks, what do you say? Okay, if somebody is asking, is it Hinduism? You're giving Bhagavad Gita. Is it Hinduism? What do you say then? If it's generally somebody asks, some black man or a white man asks.
I say no. I say no, it's not Hinduism. Well, we're monks, we're Hare Krishna monks, and we don't do the same, even though we're supposed to be reading the same book. We don't.
Okay. Okay. What I say is this. This is what here it is mentioned. Well, generally, I also nowadays because I'm distributing books more to Western, so I also get this that is it Hinduism? I actually when they are about to when they are that means when they are putting the question, that means they are inclined to hear, and I think it is an opportunity to preach. What I say is that Hinduism. I say that you can say conventionally like that, but we are not as the word conventionally Hinduism is, because Hinduism means it's more polytheistic and pantheistic. I use these words, and people know these words, polytheistic and pantheistic. One who knows Hinduism means at least they know some words which are so-called philosophy. They might not be philosophy. These words are very very famous, pantheistic and polytheistic. But I say they are more monotheistic, and this Bhagavad Gita is the symbol or is the emblem of monotheism, and then I present like that. I present like that because here it is the word is there that those who worship many gods, those who are Mayavadis, and see and thirsty for impersonal jnana, and those atheists who defy Vedic literature are all Bhagavad Bahirmukha. That means worshipping many gods, that is pantheistic. Those who are Mayavadis and thirst for impersonal, that is impersonalistic. They're atheistic, they're Nastic. These are the three faiths, so-called people. Okay, Prabhu, continue. Mm, I say like that, and the people, they hear it when they're asking means they want to hear. Generally, nobody question, nobody wastes their time by asking all these things. They don't want, they say don't want. If they asking means they're interested. So I go further in asking, saying about, and then I show the picture of the transmigration of the soul. I show the senses, chariot of the mind, and I show Krishna's picture. I speak like that. Okay, Prabhu. Continue to read.
Yes. One whose faith in pure devotional service has not developed should not be accepted as a disciple. Otherwise, the disciplic succession of devotional service will be polluted.
Disciplic chain of devotional service.
Disciplic chain of devotional.
Chain of not succession.
Okay.
Of course,
Disciplic chain of devotional service will be polluted. One should give up the endeavor for starting new big projects because it diminishes one's devotion to Krishna.
You see,
One,
once you get the idea, how to understand this. Oh, Baba, it's very difficult. Once you to give up the endeavor for starting new big projects. That means it is not that we should not say start new projects, big projects, but it is more relating to the concept in which it is being explained. It's like something like karma kanda or jnana kanda or something like that, which is relating to those things. Something like that, on those lines. Okay, Ramdas Prabhu, you have something to say. Ramdas Prabhu.
Yeah, so this is actually it causes a strain on your devotional service, at least from my experience, is that if you try to do something that's eventually turned into something much bigger, it puts a lot, because in the beginning, especially if you're by yourself, it's a lot of you got your service in which you normally do, which is your sadhana. You got the proper way in which you carry out your stuff on a daily basis. Plus, you might have construction, you might have all these things, and sometimes these things can put like stress on the
Pressure,
mind,
pressure or
and
stress.
unnecessarily having you focus on these things, because if you don't watch over them, people they have the tendency of cheating. They have the tendency of doing things the easiest way to just finish what they have to do to go back to making money. So sometimes you're busy, if you have to do job in the morning and they're working in the morning, you have to be like mindful. If they need things, they'll just sit there and wait, and all these things are there. So it is there. This is just one aspect. There's so many to this as well. You got providing, like, dealing, because you have to also, interact with others. And, in order for you to have something going, you're also taking on whatever it is that they got going on. So these things are there on many levels. So if one is not, if they have problem by themselves alone as it is, and you go try to do something like this, definitely, I don't know. Anyway, I'm just sure. I don't know how
Yeah,
close.
you have an experience of constructing. I should not. I want to say that, but I'm saying you have experience of yourself alone, having a big play facility for books, and you are actually the thing is that that's why we should do project. If it is a project to do with many people, so better have many people, and then and then take their help. If you are unable to do it, better find some place where you can just put it instead of going for construction or anything. But it is not that uh, what you have done is wrong. But what I'm saying is that just like Gokul Chandra Prabhu said that this temple project is taking my energy like anything. It's a big thing, and by now, if he would have preached to many people instead of constructing. But even after construction, it has a lot of impact on the society, impact on the general public, impact on the devotees. That's right. But enduring for big projects requires a lot of things. Like, for example, all those big temples which were constructed, just like the in Indonesia, there is a big temple called Ayodhya. It is like Ayodhya. It is like Ram temple. It is like big temple, and that is now it's just lying over there. And in the Angkor Wat, even Sriangam temple, the Hampi temples, the Varadaraja temple. So these people, those the Vijayanagar Empire, the Krishnadevaraya king, or Cholas, Pandyas, Marathas, those who have constructed temples at that time, they didn't have that. But over a period of time, to maintain that, it became a big endeavor. And so many temples were damaged by the Mughal rulers, and it's a very painful thing. First thing is to build new projects and then maintaining them and then making them ahead. It's a big thing, but some people do it. Like, for example, Kurmagram project. Kurmagram project, Maharaj is very happy. So even though there is a lot of stress to many devotees, still now devotees are reaping the fruits like anything. Every day, at least 50, 60, 200, 100 to 200 people every day are visiting. And even on a Sunday, at least 500 people are visiting. and they're doing such a big, fantastic programs, fantastic thing over just 4 or 5 years. That can be done anywhere. So it might be an endeavor. Yes, our devotion might diminish. We have to sacrifice for future. Prabhupada, for example, for building 108 temples, he did so much of endeavor. And Prabhupada, even to the extent that Gurudas Prabhu and Tamal Krishna Maharaj complained to Prabhupada that we are not able to chant our rounds. We are only thinking of cement. Prabhupada said, chant, cement. Chant, cement. Uh, to that extent, because cement was under crisis, they were used to give on subsidy. It was not freely available, just like now how it is available in all countries. The cement was very, they used to control. There was government control on cement, so it was a great problem. So my point is, if you have many people and if you have money, you should go for big projects. Otherwise, if you are by yourself, it will be tough. It will be very tough, and you have to sacrifice so many things. And it is good that some people engage with us in building the project so that they will think that it is their own project and they will do it. We should have such sincere people. The problem is that we don't have the sincere souls to come upon us because of so many problems. Yes. On one side, it diminishes the devotion, but the other side, it also enhances bhakti because so many people are coming. Gokul Chandra Prabhu said, why we are building this temple? Because we want to distribute Prabhupada's books. So many people will come here. They will know about Ram. They will know about Krishna. They will know about Bhagavatam. They will know about Krishna. They will know about Bhagavad Gita. So if they come and you can explain to them just by showing the diorama, the whole Bhagavatam set can be distributed. People will love to donate something for a big thing. Yeah. There is a whole big and Gokul Chandra Prabhu did whole research, went to Angkor Wat, stayed there for Siam Reap. I went to Siam Reap. You have to take 300, 300. It's around $40. You have to take every day a ticket, and you have to go every day, just be there. He was there whole day like that for 1 month in Angkor Wat. He studied the whole thing, take pictures, took videos. The same it was replicated in Salem as far as the Ramayana, Mahabharata dioramas, Bhagavatam dioramas are concerned. So Gokul Chandra Prabhu is not an ordinary person. He is like, I don't know. He's like, I don't want to speculate, but what a person, what a personality. So one should also, yeah, he also wanted to leave Salem many times because of the project. Because of project, he used to say, why I have to do this project? Just I want to go to Bangalore, give, preach and then make devotees, give seminar. Gokul Chandra is having that much of potential with him. But then again and again, Maharaj used to solace him, and then again he used to. So it was happening. So now Vishnu Chitta is engaged in big project. All glories to him. So we should also do such projects if Krishna willing. We will do in Atlanta or anywhere. We will see how Krishna is willing. We don't know how Krishna will turn, how our life will mold. Even if we don't do such projects, just by chanting Hare Krishna, we'll please Krishna. That's all. Yes, Prabhuji. Please read further.
One should not read or explain various types of books except those which lead to the advancement of devotional service. One should discuss these scriptures wherein devotional service is instructed and explained, such as the Vedas, Smritis, Puranas, Pancharatra, and the writings of the Mahajanas. From books with other opinions, only useless arguments are learned.
Yes, this is very great problem going on among the ISKCON devotees nowadays. They are reading all sorts of hellish books. One devotee was asked in the YouTube podcast that what are the 5 books you recommend? He said the 3 books, Bhagavad Gita, 3 books was Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, and his own guru's book. These 3 books first. And then he went on to say that there is some Last Supper and why do leaders eat at the end, and some nonsense leadership books. People read all leadership books, all what is that? One night challenge, one early morning challenge, 21-day challenge, Brahma Kumari books. That I don't know, that Shiva Kumar, I don't know her name. That Brahma Kumari, she's famous. Didi book. They read Shiva Khera, they read Stephen Hawking, Stephen Covey's books, they read Robin Sharma books. Why you should read all these nonsense books? Uh, and you quote those books in your books, and it is more problematic. Uh, and devotees are also writing their own biographical books as if that's the big thing on their part. Maharaj said, I will never write about my biography. Who am I? And then he explains. He says that better my books glorify Krishna, Prabhupada, and bring more people closer to Prabhupada's books, closer to Prabhupada, closer to ISKCON, closer to Krishna. Mm. So the thing is that Tadvaisam Tirtam Santi Manasa. What does Nayadvachas Chitra Param Harer Yasho? Jagat Pavitram Pragrinita Karichit. Tadvaisam Tirtam Santi Manasa. Santi Manasa. What is the last verse?
Nayatra Hamsa.
Nayatra Hamsa Pragrinita Karichit. This is the verse.
Nirmanti Usikshaya.
Nirmanti Usikshaya. Shaya. Those books actually which do not reside, even though they are being what is that? I would read the translation.
Even they are irregularly formed.
Nayad Vachas. Oh. Seventh canto, no. Nayadvachaschitrapadam harer haryasho jagat pavitram pragranita kariche. Tadvaisam tirtam usanti manasa nayatra hamsa nirmantya usikshaya. Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like onto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since the all perfect persons are inhabitants of transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. In United States, there are sharing libraries in every neighborhood. There are at least 4, 5, 10, 15 will be there. Sharing libraries, lending libraries. There will be small cabinets wherein books are placed. Mm. Actually, if we are sponsored books, then we can keep in all these places, and people love to take from those books. And whatever books are there, they are all Santi Manasa, Sikshaya. They are all like crows sitting on the books. Some sex literature, some literature regarding some novels of violence, some drug addiction, Sidney Sheldon. All these are all old books. But there's so many New York bestseller books are there lying there, and people read every day. People read so many books in United States. Barnes and Noble is the very famous bookshop, but it's not Barnes and Noble. It's a crows and monkeys shop. So it is like that. Hare Krishna, Ramdas, what do you want to say? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Yes.
Oh,
waiting
I
for
was
you.
speaking. I didn't know that you wasn't hearing me. Yeah, this weekend I was over by a place that had a Barnes and Noble, and I wanted to go in front of the store and distribute books, but I know I'll get kicked out right away because it's a bookstore. So I went inside the bookstore to see if they had Śrīla Prabhupada book. They did
Wow,
not
they
have.
had?
They did not
Oh,
have
they didn't have.
one Śrīla Prabhupada book. They had tons of racks with Bibles, different Bibles from all different people writing, but not one of Śrīla Prabhupada. I was so hurt. I went around looking.
They have Bhagavad Gita. Okay, may not be Prabhupada book, but they have Bhagavad Gita.
They have one Bhagavad Gita by I forgot the name, some urn something, but that was it. And the section for like Vedic knowledge is maybe like 2 shelves, maybe less than 2 shelves, maybe 20 books, less than 20 books, Vedic knowledge. I'm not even talking about like Śrīla Prabhupada books, if there's any, even if 20 books. And I'm talking, they
Actually,
have
I
like
wonder.
thousands.
Yeah, I wanted to visit Barnes and Noble and then check and then see what they're selling. I heard that Maharaj said in one lecture. I don't know. Segment Freud section is the whole book self is the whole section is there. I heard philosophical books are there. So many. Is it there?
I just checked the religious section just to see what it was. I didn't go through there. They have all these other section, romance and all this stuff. I didn't go through
Yeah,
those.
yeah.
I just went through the
There,
religious section to see what it
so
was, and it was
there are
shocking.
tons and there are tons of books, and you can see. I never saw a bookshop. So that much big book stores. In India also we have the Gorakhpur books and all. Such a big shops are there. But yeah, Higni Bottoms. There is a chain of bookshops called Higni Bottoms. Higni Bottoms. It's famous in India. They're also having. They don't have Prabhupada's books. Many people don't have Prabhupada's. Prabhupada's books are famous because of the book distributors. Because ISKCON people they sell. That's the only way people get books. Otherwise, if they want to read books, they don't have in big shops as well here in India. It's very pathetic to see. Where is this Barnes and Noble? Where is it located?
If I'm not mistaken, I'll look it up and let you know. I don't remember which side of the tongue I was in. I was in one of these places. I was just traveling from place to place.
It's in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? It might be in Marietta.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it might be in Marietta.
Okay. We will read this line and then we will stop. We will read tomorrow from this page.
Okay. So should I continue?
Yes, just line.
Okay. The endeavor for food and clothing must always remain either in household life or in renounced life. Therefore, there is a need of generosity in such dealings.
Good. Endeavor for food and clothing must be there. So that's why we need varnashram. Yes. Okay. So we will stop here and then start from tomorrow. We will start from this place tomorrow. Until then, thank you very much. If you have anything to ask, you can ask, or else we'll stop here. Anybody has anything to say or ask, share? Okay, so we will stop here and we'll meet tomorrow at the same time. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। नमोचार्य श्रील दास ठाकुर की जय। जगत गुरु श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रील भक्तिवेदांत समारोह की जय। श्रील भक्तिविनोद ठाकुर की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।